Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. Just wanted to give you guys an update on HBAR and another path I'm considering as a possibility. I took the labeling off this because it's just way too ugly. This looks like an expanded flat, or sorry, a running flat in between these two waves. Or again, this looks like potentially an ending diagonal where we get one more wave down and we tag the trend line down here. One thing that has me concerned is the fact that a bottom could be in short term, for the fact we did tag the 1-to-1 here this morning on linear scale, or sorry, on log scale. We do have room for the 786. I think I had that in red yesterday, of the larger wave to come down, but we have reached what I would expect the most common target for our 1-to-1 is. But something I don't like about this is it looks like we bottomed in 3. Again, if this is an ending diagonal, that could be a very, very, very short 5. But the shape of it is terrible. It doesn't have the right look by any means of a bottom. So because of that, I'm sidelined at the moment, but there is a semi-long option available, but I'm going to be sidelined. I won't be taking this trade unless something becomes very obvious, like a clean 5 wave or something. But let me show you what I mean. So potentially a WXY complete in a very complex correction. If you can count that cleanly without having like 5 alternates, I would love to see it. It's a very difficult count. But anyways, besides the point, what can be happening? Okay, this could be the end of a diagonal, and this is a wave, B wave, working on a C wave. But then what could happen is we just get a corrective move. There's a possibility to take the trade at that point, and then we get 5 waves up to the 50, like so, or a combination of that move where we go A, B, C, something like that. But you get the idea. Corrective move to the upside. What shape that will take is yet to show itself, but that's the possibility I'm seeing if we break this trend. I think it would end up being the most plausible path, just because this does not look like it's going to break down anytime soon. It looks more like it's getting ready to make a correction to the upside currently, just on overnight action. But I'm not taking the trade. Just wanted to show you guys this potential. But what I don't like about that as well is the fact that if we do that, say we come up, do an A, B, C, I think the most probable move after that is to the downside, just because we didn't have a very good bottoming pattern here. So potentially a 3-wave A wave complete, and we're looking for a double zigzag, another WXY down. And let me show you what I mean on the larger term. Again, I really don't want this to happen, guys, but I can't ignore the charts. I'm just gonna delete that for now. So what do I mean by that, by going down? Okay, what I mean, and I'll show you on the daily. I showed this a long time ago. Just gonna get rid of that for now, make it easy to follow. I'll relabel this at some point. And what I mean by that, get rid of all these so it's very easy to see. Is, remember, I had 2 options for this count. Either either this was an ABC and this wasn't a fifth, and this is an expanded flat. And if this was an expanded flat, there's a count where this is a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and working on an ending diagonal 5. Or you can count this as A, B, C for an A wave, B, and then a C wave for the fifth, if this is the fifth. So there's two ways to count that. I like the expanded flat better. It just looks better. But anyways, this is what that count would look like. So I took extensions off this potential wave 1 to the downside. Both of these, so this wave hit the this hit the 0.618 of that down move. This hit the 0.618 of its own move, and we would anticipate the same thing here. If we get the rejection, looking for the 50 to the 618, and then down to at least the 618. But we'd want to break this low, so probably the 786. They're at 3.72 cents on log, on linear, pretty much the same, 3 cents. At which point we'd look for the 618 of that wave and down again for our fifth. So that was one of my alternatives before. Now I believe it's becoming my primary, unfortunately. More so because of that bottoming structure and how quickly we're coming down here. You can see it's coming down pretty quick over time. Not seeing a big candle rejection like we normally see at bottoms like this. That's what you would expect at a bottom. As you can see, we're just drifting sideways. Anything like this, you'd expect, you know, rejection at the bottom. Or looking to the downside, you'd see rejection and we go. We're not seeing rejection at all. Just drifting. So that's my current primary, unfortunately. That can change, but I have to pay attention to what's happening and what the most probable scenario is. And that is currently it. I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I have a pretty large HBAR bag for a long-term hold. If this happens, I'll just add to it. I've just been staking it. It's got a pretty good return, if you're unaware, 6.5% annually. But that's okay. We just buy more. That'll be a better bottom. But as for trading purposes, I mean, if a really good setup comes here, where we get a nice little move up and we drift sideways in a very sideways channel where it's very obvious, like so, like very obvious, then I might take the long up to here, but it would just be a 1-to-1 target. Yeah, guys, there is my count. I mean, it's still possible we're making that larger, higher high, but we need to see 5 waves down from here, where this is just a complex WXY. Our top is right there, and we drop like right now. Like we can maybe go a little bit out of the channel, but not much. And we need 5 clean waves down, and we need a hard rejection up. And that would be our entry right here. Same as yesterday, right? Our entry would be, we wait for the break, buy the retest, stop at the low, and we're off. If that happens, I would be very happy, but looking at everything else in the market right now, it's looking pretty weak, like we need more downside, which is one of the reasons I'm switching to that bearish case. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but those are the 2 counts I'm looking at. Either we come down here. If we drift up, I'll be looking for a short from there, which hurts to short HBAR, but it is what it is, right? All right. Please subscribe, guys. Hit the bell if you want updates as soon as I post them. Thanks for watching.